Hey guys, it is Megan from Foundational Journey, and I am here at Sutton Ridge Farm meeting up with Jennifer, and we're going to be discussing our topic today. So let's get started. Let's see if I can find her real quick. All right, so I was supposed to meet down here. Ooh. Hello. Oh my gosh, awesome. Fresh eggs, you guys. This looks great. Look at all the different colors. Oh, I love this. All right, let's go find Jennifer. Oh, okay, so she is behind this door. Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, how you doing?
What's going on today?
We just got our chicks. Come on in. So here's some of the new chicks that we got just the other day. So I was just cleaning up their pan here and cleaning out their water. So what are we talking today?
This is wonderful. I think today we should be talking about omega-3s because people don't realize that they're right here in these eggs.
Right, they are. Oh, perfect. That's a great idea. I'm glad you came by.
Yeah.
So we just got them the other day and got them set up with water and their little starter feed, and we've got some laying hens here, and then we've got some meat birds in another area, and yeah, it's spring.
I love them. They're so cute. And what do you do with the cardboard? Is that...
Oh, I know, it looks kind of weird. So baby chicks are babies. So these are just a couple days old. And so we put the cardboard up. They grow very fast. So like I've got a little kiddie pool here, and they will be jumping out of this in a week. So while they're so little, we need to make sure that we have a good heat source for them. And then the cardboard is to help prevent any drafts. So drafts generally go along the floor. And so like I've got the windows closed in here, and I've got cardboard around the structure just to help prevent those drafts so we don't have any deaths.
Oh,
yeah.
They're so precious.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about the benefits.
Yeah,
so.
Me too. All right, well, I'm done in here, so let's go.
All right, perfect.
Well, thank you, Jennifer, for showing me that and showing me the coop and the little baby chicks.
Sure, yeah. No, it's all just part of life on the farm, especially spring, so we're busy right now. So.
Oh, gosh. And it makes me so excited to talk about omega-3s because you have your chicks, they're pasture raised, so their eggs are, containing high amounts of omega-3s, and unfortunately, most of us are lacking that in our diet, and it's a crucial fatty acid to have. So it's nice to know that it's right here in Jordan, in Minnesota. Like we can get this.
We try. So there's a lot of talk about omega-3, especially if you're paying attention to nutrition. What exactly is it? Can you explain that?
Yeah, so omega-3 fatty acids, it's just another type of fat in the diet, but it's a healthy type of fat. And it is an essential type of fat. So that means that our body cannot make this fat. So it is crucial to our survival, so we need it.
Yeah.
So it's important that we're getting it. So there are actually 3 types that come in the human diet, and one is called ALA, and it is the main one that we find in the food sources, especially like in the plants, and it can be converted into the other 2 called DHA and EPA. And so those are the other 2 that we'll see in the diet. But unfortunately, the ALA doesn't really get converted too efficiently. So it's important that we're getting the EPA and DHA. And these ones we find in the animal-derived foods.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that we're getting in those foods. And like I mentioned, there are different types of fatty acids. So foods contain all types of different fatty acids.
So you mentioned that a food source is important. So what does that mean to someone who's a vegan or a vegetarian?
Yeah, so vegans and vegetarians, they can still get in the ALA from the plant source, but that's where they might need the help of a supplement.
Okay.
Just because of that conversion, and maybe some people don't have maybe their genes also just don't allow them to convert it quite as well. So then it's a double whammy.
Okay.
But you can also get it in like flax seeds, chia seeds. Again, the conversions can be low, so the supplement is really where we're wanting to go on that sense. So making sure that it's a quality supplement. Otherwise, the LJ, you can find it in LJ. So there are supplements out there, or I mean, we're not going around and eating LJ really, but spirulina you can add to smoothies, that kind of stuff.
Sure. Good. And so you were saying they're crucial. Why are they so important? And what's going on in the body?
Yeah. So from the get-go, this is why it's so important for pregnant and breastfeeding women to get enough EPA and DHA, because it starts in utero. So when we're developing, our brains are developing, the growth factor for young ones, they need so much DHA. They need to meet those requirements in the EPA, so that you can thrive, so that you aren't lacking or having neurological issues down the road. And for adults, same thing. Like our brain is made up of a lot of DHA, so we need to make sure that we're providing our brain.
Yes.
Also, the retina of our eyes has a huge amount in there.
Wow.
Our nerves, it's important for our heart, all the liver. It hits so many different systems.
So that's interesting, because it's making me remember. So I've had 4 children, and at the it seemed like about week 5, 6, kind of early on in the first trimester, I craved eggs. That's all I wanted was hard-boiled eggs any way I could get them. And I remember my grandma saying, even years ago, your body will tell you what you need and everything. And just, we talked about, I think this is a different one too, but just how the eggs for the brain development, and when you're responsible for nourishing that new life in you, I mean, I'm just thinking that was, my body's way of saying, this is what you need, because it was so consistent 4 times, I just wanted eggs.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Definitely was letting you know, and it's good that you listened.
Yeah.
Listened to your body.
In tune. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's, we're talking brain and all that stuff. And I know you were going to touch a little bit on omega-6 too. And so I'll just throw this in here. But my understanding is that omega-6 were the bad oils, hydrogenated oils and palm kernel oil. And so I'm seeing here from our notes that you're going to talk about the importance of omega-6, so that kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah. So omega-6, it's important, it's essential for our bodies, just like omega-3s, and they do similar things as well. So our body uses them in a similar sense. However, the issue comes with the fact that we are over consuming omega-6. And so when we overconsume on omega-6, it outweighs the omega-3s and the benefits of omega-3s. It can actually counteract the benefits of omega-3s, and the Western diet, higher in processed food, a lot of grains. That's where we find, and the vegetable oils, that's where we find high quantities of omega-6. So we're getting in plenty of those with just the Western diet. And so when we get this imbalance of omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, we get inflammation in the body. And that's when we have inflammation that lasts for so long, chronic disease can happen. And we need to give the omega-3s a chance. So we don't necessarily want to say, stop eating your omega-6 foods, but we need to add in more omega-3s and create a better balance.
So you mentioned grains. So are you saying that obviously we want to stay with the whole grains, but when you say grains, are you referring more to the processed grains, the processed foods that are giving us that high inflammation problem from the omega-6?
Both.
Okay.
Both. So it's good to have the whole grains too, but we just need to balance that.
Okay. Balance.
And processed foods, that's just going to add even more inflammation.
So everything in moderation. That saying is there for a reason.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, good. Okay. And you had mentioned too, there's a variety of neurological problems that can, that we are, as a society and culture are experiencing, but omega-3 can be helpful.
Yeah, omega-3 can be very, very helpful, down to even like a genetic component. So again, first off, our brain is comprised of fats, like there's a lot in there. So DHA and EPA, those are the ones that we see in our brain. So if we're depriving our brain of those, that is going to affect neurotransmitters in the brain. That's going to affect the different chemicals that are firing. We can start to see ADHD. We can start to see mood disorders, Alzheimer's, if we're not giving the types of fuel that it needs. And then looking at it as an immune response too. So omega-3s, they play a huge role in our immune system. So, and the health of our gut bacteria, because our gut bacteria plays a role in our immune system. So do you see these connections that are starting to be made? And so down to the genetic component, omega-3s can actually help turn off certain genes that will create a cascade of inflammation and promote more beneficial genes to turn on that can help prevent chronic disease and that kind of stuff. So it goes down to the foundation of our lives.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Absolutely fascinating. Gatekeepers all over the place.
Yes, exactly.
All I do is get up and walk around, and you don't even know what all that's going on inside.
They're busy.
They're busy. Oh, that's good. So, hitting on a little bit, but we're kind of wrapping up. But so why is it best to get from a food source versus the supplement?
Yeah, so I'm always going to tell people to go to foods first, because foods, they're not just one nutrient where, you're going to find that more like with supplements. They're going to pinpoint specific nutrients. Foods are going to provide synergistic or, vitamins and minerals that work together to really help the body. They help enhance one another. So consuming the foods that can, provide you with so many different nutrients that help one another along, including the omega-3 fats, we want to make sure that they are doing what they can. So we need the nutrients from foods and whole foods.
Makes sense. Otherwise we'd have a supplement tree.
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
We'd be taking a lot of supplements.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so what is one tip that you would give our viewers then today to help improve their health? Something they can do right now.
So piggybacking off of the supplements, or not the supplements, the whole foods. So avoiding the supplements when we can. But they all have their place. Really making sure that you're getting in a wide variety of whole foods, getting in, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, nuts and seeds, getting in fresh, high quality meat that you guys
they were back there. Yeah.
You might be able to see them running back and forth. So having high quality meat that's going to provide all these beneficial nutrients, the omega-3s. Having fatty fish twice a week, that's going to provide those omega-3s that our body can utilize, the EPA and DHA. And making sure that you're getting in a variety of colors and just a variety of whole foods. So that is my big tip, because it's really going to benefit your body.
Sounds good. And my tip is, if you're watching your budget, a great place to start, the biggest bang for your buck would be to go for organic free-range eggs. It's kind of the lowest cost you can come in at, but eggs are a powerhouse. So I would say start there.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah. And then Megan, you were going to mention some testing, or you can help people figure out where they're at.
Yep. So like previously mentioned, omega-3 fats are an essential fat. They are crucial to our health and overall well-being. I can help you with figuring out if you're getting enough in. I can also help with specific testing to let you know if your body, if it's lacking in certain fatty acids. Maybe a gene is just making it harder for your body to absorb or utilize those fatty acids. So there are ways of figuring out if your body is getting enough and also using it efficiently.
Good. And Sutton Ridge Farm can help by providing organically raised, 100% grass-fed beef, high in omega-3. So they're out on pasture. We just let them out the other day because we have to wait for the pastures to be dry enough so that they don't destroy them with their hooves, but have enough food out there for them to eat. So they're very happy today. And you were talking about the variety of fruits and vegetables and stuff too, and maybe we could mention here that we're going to be at the Tractor Supply Farmers Market in Prior Lake starting in June.
Yeah.
So starting next month, we'll be there. So
it's hard to believe.
I know, but you can come and get a fully balanced diet.
Yes.
By coming there on Thursdays starting in June. All right, I think that's a wrap for today.
Yeah, we'll see you
Yeah.
guys till next time.
Yeah, thanks.